Now, WXVT Delta weather.
The winter cool made its way back in across the Delta this afternoon, along with some clouds, but those clouds began to give away just around the sunset hour, and you can see that allowed for this just picture-perfect scene across most of the Delta this evening. I captured this picture just outside our studios here in Greenville, and you can see it was a wonderful evening. A little bit on the cool side, but that clouds did prevent those temperatures from really falling that much. And you can see now we are still dealing with a little bit of that cloud cover for our eastern and northern half of the Delta, but the clouds that were over the rest of the Delta have begun to thin out as we've moved throughout the evening hours. This model does pick up a little bit of some shower activity back through the Grenada area a couple hours ago, but I don't think any of that actually made it to the ground, and if it did, it was just probably some very light drizzle or a few sprinkles, and I don't think we're going to see any more moisture as we go through the overnight hours, just more or less the clouds beginning to clear out. But you can see Greenwood still has a good bit of cloud cover, and so temperatures have remained in the 40s as they're still at 42 degrees, but where the clearing is happening now into the upper 30s in Greenville, Cleveland, and Jackson. Winds are beginning to die down a little bit as well. We were under that wind advisory all throughout the afternoon with wind gusts into the 20s. You can see now they're down to just about 8 to 9 miles an hour, still out of the north-northwest, and that is making it feel a little bit like winter. As you can see, freezing for a feel-like temperature right now in Greenville, 37 in Greenwood, and just about everyone's in the 30s except Memphis, which is now down into the upper 20s, and it is going to feel like that by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. We have a large center of low pressure spinning up around the Great Lakes region, and that's creating all this snow activity back across the Midwest and down into the Tennessee Valley, as you can see, and extending all the way down into the Nashville area and over towards Knoxville as well. So this is a very large area of cold air along with some snow showers making its way in. But as we go through the rest of tonight and into tomorrow, I don't think we're going to see that really scoot over into our area. It's going to continue to ride that north-northwesterly flow and get pushed off to the south and southeast, along with a high over in Texas, helping to create that south-southeasterly push. So it's going to keep the moisture out of our area, but it will allow for that front to make its way all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So we will be looking at a good shot of some cold air making its way down and across the Delta for tomorrow, and it looks like this could linger into our Wednesday as well, as temperatures are not going to make it out of the 40s, and with that wind continuing to blow, it won't even feel anything more than just the upper 30s by the time tomorrow afternoon rolls around. So tonight, mainly clear with those clouds to the east pushing out, but it will be cold, dropping to a low of 29 degrees. But with those winds still out in the north-northwest at 7 to 12 miles an hour, we will feel like temperatures down around 20 to 24 degrees, and that's what it's going to be by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. As you can see, under a good bit of sunshine, we'll rebound to about 34 degrees between 8 to 9 o'clock. Wind chills, though, still right around the mid-20s, so you're going to need that hat and gloves and the heavier jacket tomorrow. And as I mentioned, we'll see the sunshine throughout the day, but only get into a high around 48. But with the winds continuing to blow at 15 to 25 miles an hour, it'll only feel like the lower 40s and upper 30s all throughout the day. Then as we move into the evening, dropping down into the mid-30s under clear sky, so it will be another cool night across the Delta. This weekend, we do got the big marathon making its way in, and so for our runners, here's what you can expect. Mostly sunny conditions, so you're going to need the sunglasses as you're running, along with the hats, as it will be chilly. At 8 a.m. as the race starts, temperatures only around the upper 30s, but it will be windy as well then on Saturday, so wind chills will be down around 33 degrees as you get started, so you might even need some gloves and hats for that as well, and we're not going to see a whole lot of a warm-up then. We will get to 49 degrees on Wednesday. The warm-up comes on Thursday as we get to 61 degrees as a warm front pushes through. Winds come back out of the south. Stay into the upper 50s on Friday, but you see that second shot of cold air just in time for the weekend, for the marathon, and for Valentine's Day. So this might be one of those Valentine days where you just stay inside and cuddle up with your significant other to stay warm at that, as it is only going to be about 47 degrees on Sunday. Again, we'll have some wind blowing, so it won't be that fun to be outside. We do get back into the 50s by Monday, but we do bring a slight chance of some showers by then.
Yeah, we're going to have some who are going to be inside, but I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who are going to get out and go to eat, go out of town, or whatever it is.
You know, by the fire would be a good idea. Candlelight dinner, anything to help bring a little bit of extra warmth and ambiance to the mood would be nice.
Yeah, that would be good too. All right, I won't argue with you on that. All right, thank you, Eric.